So for those of you that don't know, what you're about to witness is a dozen presenters showing 20 images each on the screen for 20 seconds.
Kelly Flair is an urban youth mentoring practitioner and founder of Polished Pebbles Girls Mentoring Program. Here's Kelly.
All right, this piece is entitled It's All About Love. You know, over time, many music artists have taken the liberty to serenade their hometowns. Billy Joel has blessed us and blessed the Big Apple with New York State of Mind. And then, although it was first performed by Liza Minnelli, the one and only Frank Sinatra is most associated with the legendary tune New York, New York. Critics even say that no song has captured the pride and elegance of the city like this one. And they also love to quote the lyrics that if I could make it here, then I'll make it anywhere. Another favorite of mine is Jay-Z. He jumped into Love Fest and joined the ranks of New York love song swooners with the popularity of his single, Empire State of Mind. The LA Times even questioned whether or not Jay-Z was becoming the next Frank Sinatra, or whether or not this New York hip-hop anthem could prove to be as universal and timeless as some of the older songs. But hometown love songs just don't end in New York, baby. We have the tradition right here in Chicago too. And you can see through our muzzled Kanye that one of the love songs that we have contributed here to the city is Kanye's own Homecoming. And so we have it here in Chicago. But as an 80s baby, I have to be honest and say my favorite is seeing Jake and Elwood, the Blues Brothers, prance across the stage and sing Sweet Home Chicago. Yeah. That is forever ingrained in my heart. But what I love is anthems like these allow artists to essentially define and brand for them what makes their city great. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But here in Chicago, the branding ain't so sweet. Seems like the media has beat us to the punch at branding our city, mostly about what? Unfortunately, the youth violence that's been going on in our particular city. No good seems to be reported here. It seems to be mostly the bad and the ugly. But as a native Chicagoan, growing up on the South Side, working with girls on the South Side, I don't see it as ugly. Most of the people I've come in contact with my work in Polished Pebbles are willing, wanting, ready to be engaged, inspired to make change. And also they've been ready to spread love. And my point tonight is that the kids that I work with need love more than anything else. I got convinced of this by reading this book by a mentor of mine, Susan Taylor. And she says essentially, yes, it's all about love. And she says through interactions and intimate relationships, we grow and become better. I got so inspired by what she said, I named my program after one of her quotes. A quote in her book says, like pebbles in a bag, we all polish one another. And there you go. That's how I ended up with the name of my program, Polished Pebbles. And essentially every week, that's what we do with our girls, coming together and they polish each other for excellence. Now, I'm an educator, so I love working with kids, and there's basic things that every kid should know, like the primary colors, red, orange, green, and yellow. The problem is the kids that I work with, these are not the primary colors that they know. Unfortunately, my girls, their primary colors are very different. They're red, they're black, and they're blue. When they draw pictures about how they're feeling, these are the colors that represent those moods. Black for darkness, red for anger, and blue for sorrow. More evidence that, like Susan said, we've got to have more love. That's the rebranding. It's got to be all about love. I needed more evidence, so I went to a commercial on MSNBC by Melissa Harris Perry, and she told a story. Imagine when you're sitting at a work meeting and you haven't had a chance to eat. You can't focus on what the lecturer or your boss is saying. You're dead. But she said, imagine if you're a 6-year-old and you didn't get a chance to get breakfast this morning and you're in math class. You can't focus there either. Now, I grew up on the South Side. I wasn't lacking for love. I wasn't lacking for necessary resources like food. But I, like many girls in the 6th grade, my self-esteem and self-confidence took a nosedive. So I all too know well the importance of being loved and supported. And I got that through mentoring. I always wanted to work for some reason at 13. That was my first non-paid job, but I was excited to be in a mix. And these women were my bosses in high school and college. And they mentored me. They gave me hard lessons, but they gave me the tools that I needed to be successful through the work world and the rest of my life. So what did we do with Polished Pebbles? Do what we knew works. Mentoring worked and career development worked for me too. And I guess other people and businesses in Chicago are ready to love and support our girls too. All these businesses you see on this page have been giving opportunities to our girls to job shadow, visit their businesses, meet their employees, and get more that they need to be successful. They've been loving them. How do we love Polished Pebbles even more? We take it up to the next level. Not only are they moving beyond the south side, the west side, we're taking them global. And so they get a chance to expand their sense of community through our virtual exchange program. Emailing, blogging, sending pictures with girls in Johannesburg who look and seem and feel just like them. When you want to rebrand that it should be about love and mentorship and support, put a spotlight on our stars like Deneen Borner. She introduced the First Lady. She's one of our mentees. She was so authentic. She was so Southside. She was so real, but she was so excellent. The thing that the First Lady says when she came up to receive her, she says, well, there you go. That's what the South Side of Chicago produces. That same kind of pouring and empowerment is not only for the girls, but it's for the adults who mentor us too. Many of them, like my nana, feel really ill-equipped because they're not educated enough. They may not have the type of job, or they don't go through some of the things that our kids go through. But I'm all about this rebrand piece, right? It's all about love. It's all about making sure our kids have what they need to experience better lives. So we gotta have a campaign song. And I couldn't think of a better campaign song than one that I learned this week from Pharrell Williams of This Is Big One With Me, and it's Happy. It's asking kids to clap if you know what it means to be happy. Clap if you know happiness is your truth. I want that to be the truth for more of our girls. You see how happy and excited that they are here. I want that to become their new brain. Clapping alone if you feel like happiness is your truth is a reality I want.
Kelly, thank you very much for getting our attention here. Let's clap and do it at the levels that Kelly suggests. Thank you for being here.